America, the land of opportunity, finds itself at a crossroads. The Union, once a symbol of unity, is grappling with unprecedented levels of political and social division. The fabric of American society is strained, threatening to unravel under the weight of partisan rancor and economic anxieties. The political landscape has become increasingly polarized, with a widening gulf separating Democrats and Republicans. This chasm reflects a fundamental disconnect on core values and principles. Americans are increasingly retreating into echo chambers, consuming information that reinforces their existing beliefs. This has fostered a climate of intolerance and hostility, making civil discourse and reasoned debate rare. The perception that justice is meted out unevenly has eroded public trust in one of the cornerstones of American democracy. The presidency of Donald Trump acted as a seismic event in American politics, its aftershocks still reverberating. Trump's brand of populist rhetoric tapped into a vein of anger and resentment simmering beneath the surface. His America First agenda resonated with those who felt left behind by globalization. However, Trump's presidency also had a profoundly polarizing effect, deepening existing divisions. His attacks on the media and disregard for democratic norms further inflamed tensions. The Trump years witnessed a surge in white nationalism and anti-immigrant sentiment. The legacy of Trump's presidency continues to cast a long shadow over American politics. Central to a healthy democracy is a justice system perceived as fair and impartial. Yet in the United States, the scales of justice appear increasingly unbalanced. The politicization of the judiciary, particularly the Supreme Court, has become a flashpoint. The confirmation battles of recent years have left an indelible stain on the court's reputation. The public's perception of the court as an impartial arbiter of justice has been tarnished. The perception that law enforcement operates with a double standard has fueled widespread protests. The Black Lives Matter movement has shone a harsh light on the systemic racism in the criminal justice system. Restoring confidence in the justice system is essential for healing the divisions within American society. Beyond the political theater, America faces a myriad of pressing challenges. The nation is burdened by a staggering national debt, a consequence of years of unsustainable fiscal policies. This debt threatens to cripple the economy and hamstring future generations. The issue of immigration continues to ignite passionate debate. The influx of migrants at the southern border has strained resources and reignited calls for stricter border security measures. Healthcare remains a contentious issue in the United States. The COVID-19 pandemic further exposed the weaknesses in the American healthcare system. The consequences of inaction on these critical issues are dire. As the national debt balloons, interest payments will consume an ever larger share of the federal budget. The economy will stagnate and the American dream will slip further out of reach for millions. Failure to address the immigration crisis will perpetuate a cycle of human suffering. The current approach does little to address the root causes of migration. The healthcare crisis, if left unaddressed, will continue to inflict pain and hardship on millions. The COVID-19 pandemic has served as a stark reminder of the human and economic costs of a broken healthcare system. The Supreme Court, once a beacon of judicial independence, has become increasingly entangled in partisan politics. The court's recent rulings on issues such as abortion, gun control, and voting rights have ignited fierce debates. Critics argue that the court's conservative majority is out of step with mainstream public opinion. The court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade sent shockwaves through the nation. The ruling has the potential to reshape the political landscape. The court's rulings on gun control have also drawn scrutiny. These rulings have been met with outrage by gun control advocates. The Supreme Court's decisions on voting rights have further fueled concerns about the erosion of democracy. The presidency of Donald Trump left an indelible mark on American society. Trump's rhetoric coarsened political discourse and eroded norms of civility. His presidency was marked by a constant stream of scandals and controversies. Trump's policies, often implemented through executive orders, were highly divisive. His administration's zero-tolerance policy sparked international outrage. Trump's approach to foreign policy was equally disruptive. His erratic behavior on the world stage alienated allies and emboldened adversaries. The legacy of Trump's presidency continues to cast a long shadow over American politics. His supporters remain fiercely loyal, while his detractors view him as a demagogue. Despite deep divisions, there remains a yearning for unity. The vast majority of Americans share common values and aspirations. They want a nation where everyone has the opportunity to succeed. The challenge lies in translating this yearning for unity into concrete action. The current political climate makes finding common ground exceedingly difficult. Breaking down these barriers requires a conscious effort to engage with those who hold different views. It requires listening with empathy and being willing to compromise. The path to healing lies in rediscovering the lost art of bipartisanship. Bipartisanship has become an increasingly rare commodity in Washington. The current political climate has made compromise and cooperation elusive ideals. There are numerous examples where bipartisanship has led to significant progress. These landmark pieces of legislation demonstrate that it is possible to find common ground. Reviving the spirit of bipartisanship requires a fundamental shift in the political culture. Lawmakers must prioritize the needs of the nation over the demands of their respective parties. Healing the divisions requires a renewed commitment to evidence-based policymaking and empathy. Too often, policy decisions are driven by ideology rather than by sound data. Evidence-based policymaking involves using data and research to inform policy decisions. By grounding policy decisions in evidence, lawmakers can make more informed choices. Empathy is essential for bridging the divides that separate us. It requires listening to and learning from those who have different experiences. It means recognizing that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. The challenges facing the United States are significant but not insurmountable. The nation has overcome adversity before, emerging stronger and more united. The key lies in rediscovering the values that have always defined America at its best. This is a call to action for all Americans, regardless of their political affiliation. It is a call to reject the politics of division and embrace civil discourse. The American dream is under threat, but it is not too late to reclaim it. By embracing unity and a commitment to the common good, Americans can build a brighter future for all.